It's this idea, and since our last conversation, when we were talking about it is finished, when Christ says it's finished on the cross, I just went down a full rabbit hole in regards to digesting that old covenant versus new covenant concept. And there is no way scripturally you can double dip in both the old covenant and the new covenant in the Bible. If you are a Christ following Christian, that old covenant, that old contract is fulfilled and done.
Yes.
We don't look backwards. There's a great analogy that
why the curtain in the temple is rent.
Yes. Let me know if this is a good analogy or if I'm way off base. But like, I'm a laborer, right? And I need a job. And you're like, hey, Nathan, here's the contract. If you mow my lawns, cut my trees, and clean my pool, like, we're good. I'll pay you at the end of the day. So that day I show up, I mow your lawn, I cut your trees to like exactly how you want it. I clean the pool, and you're like, here's your payment, Nathan. And I go on and I'm like, I fulfilled my contract with Tucker and I'm going to go to the next house, right? But instead I wake up the next morning, I go, you know what? I'm going to go back to Tucker's house and I'm just going to start doing stuff, cut the trees, mow the lawn again, even though it's already done. And he's not going to pay me because I fulfilled the contract with you. I'm supposed to look forward and move on to the new contract. But this is what churches are doing. They're like, I don't know, we're going to come back to this old one and play in it because we like some of the things in here. We like to cherry pick parts of the old covenant because it justifies our current model. The tithe justifies how we can fund the business, right? Israel justifies how we can drum up attention for this idea of old tribal Israel. But we're just grasping at straws, if that makes sense. Because Christ's message in his new covenant is it's an unconditional but very unknown. You march into the unknown in his covenant. You have to have full faith in him and the Holy Spirit. Legalistic covenants, just they're easy to understand, right? You give me 10% or 23.3% based off of Old Testament tithe laws, and you're good, right? You're done, Tucker. Go on your way. But Christ says, no. You have the capacity and the knowledge to give. What does your heart tell you?
Yes.
So it means you have to stand up and lead, right? In Hebrews, it talks about you are your own priest now. Like there's no mediator between the Holy of Holies and the outer courts. Like Christ is that mediator, and you walk straight through into the Holy of Holies. But that means you have to stand up and understand it and take responsibility and be that priest. But so if you're that priest, what does it mean? You don't need the institution anymore. The model, you don't need to sit in that pew, right? Like you have Christ, you have his word, his logos, like is in you, on your heart and mind. So you got to lead, Tucker. You got to lead like Christ.